Mike and I are on site. Sun's just coming over the house next door. And it's going to be a hot one today. 105 degrees. Pretty crappy for, late in the year as it is. So just a basic patio today. 12 feet by 25 feet. It's going to be 5 inches thick with a rebar grid, 20 inches on center. And there's going to be a swim spa on top of it. So, real basic, real simple, nothing fancy, nothing stamped. Just good old-fashioned concrete work. Boy, that is a crooked board, man. Good challenge right there. You try to get all the life out of these boards you can, but man, alive. This thing's getting warped and crooked. They lay in a perfectly flat pile. Back in the old days, they used to last a long time, but not anymore, huh, Mikey? 9 o'clock, all the forms are set, and we're just going to take a quick little lunch break once Mikey gets it wet down. You know, if you're new to contracting, concrete contracting, you're basically a finisher that has decided that they want to work for themselves, most likely. And until you've got some seminars and some business training and all that kind of stuff under your belt, you probably don't know much about the business side of things. And I know a lot of young guys just ask other contractors on Facebook groups or people that they know kind of what's the going rate, and that's what they have to work within those parameters. And actually, we tried that back in 2016 and a little before that even, but we nearly went bankrupt because the scope of work that we do, along with the crew that we have, the insurances, overhead, all that stuff is not compatible with the going rate around here. So I decided pretty quickly that I needed to figure something else out. And the first number, I think, of most importance to a new contractor is your feet on the floor number. You need to take every one of your expenses from, if you worked last year, it's easy. You can just find your expenses from last year. If you're brand new this year, you've got to calculate the projected expenses based on what you've already done. But you want to get that total number of everything you're going to have to spend, insurances, truck payments, all the different payments, everything you're going to have to pay every month. Add it all up, divide it by the number of days that you can actually work. Now, if you're down south here and you can work 220 to 240 days, after holidays and rain days and whatnot, you got to look at that number. That's kind of the norm in a part of the country where you can work all year. Up north, totally different. You guys are getting laid off or whatever. So you got to figure that into that number. And whatever that number is going to help you in determining what your minimum sales for the day are. But if you don't have enough work on the books to cover your feet hitting the floor, you better start hustling. And that's where it goes back to a little thing I said earlier about, if you do well on a job, you still take the whole money that was agreed upon because the next one may not work out that way. And the next day you may not have enough money just to cover your feet hitting the floor. I'm no expert. I don't even consider myself a successful businessman. I'd like to be a lot higher on the totem pole than I am. But I have figured out a lot of stuff. And I am a happy person and I have a happy life. So, I got that going for me. Ready to rumble. I'll just sit in the truck here, check my messages while Mikey finishes camping. It's gone pretty well. I was hoping to be home by noon today, and it's 10:42 right now, so may not be home by quite noon, but pretty close. It's supposed to be 105 today, even though the truck's already reading 107. Heat wave. Well, folks, it's getting hot, and I forgot to do my sign off from the job site, so I'll have to put some pictures in here from the time lapse or something. But I'm just heading for home now. It's a couple minutes past noon, so I didn't make it home by noon, but at least we got it all done by noon. We got some orange fencing up to keep the doggy dogs safe, and we're gonna be back on what, 5:45 Friday morning to pour. So went really well. We're really smooth, no complaints, we're on schedule, life is good. We'll see you at the pour. Good morning. Kind of steamy out here. It's pour day. Now, a lot of guys are going to think this isn't even worth videoing, it's so little. But if you're a young contractor just getting started, it's exactly what you want to start on. 5 yards of concrete, simple shape. It's got a swim spa going on it. Nothing to it, you know. So, going to be a fun little one. I love these projects. They're easy to calculate, easy to make money on. You don't run a lot of risk of losing them. So if you're in your first year or so, I'd be looking for doing these ones as much as possible. Now this, when I first gave her the price on this, I gave her a price to dig it into the ground and have it the same height as the concrete over by her house. And it was out of her budget, so I said, well, if you don't mind stepping up onto it, we can just raise everything up. We don't have to have a skid loader here. We don't have to have a dump trailer here. We don't have to have, you know, a lot of the things that are expensive on a job where you have to do excavation. And I also said, we'll use some of the rock in your yard, just mix it with the soil. And it worked out pretty well. It's pretty good base. And that saved her on the gravel. So we got it down to her budget, and it's going to be a very profitable job. So works out good for everybody. Hey Jason, it's John from Blood, Sweat, and Tears Concrete. Where's my order at then? Is he getting close?
It's showing about 4 minutes away. Hopefully it'll be pulling up there any minute.
Okay. You have some troubles today or what?
Yeah, just like every day we've been dealing with a lot of, call offs. And, so.
Yeah.
Just blessed us this Friday with a couple call offs.
I hear old Uncle Remus. He's coming down the pike. Give him the old universal back it in signal. Old Uncle Remus, the finest concrete company in town. Late every day, but hey, who isn't? All right, ready for the action. Mikey's gonna put the water in the wheelbarrow. You doing your good morning, darling toast today?
Yeah, I'm going to. What a top. Lovely or something like that today. Morning, lovely. Something like that.
There you go. He's adding water.
Lots.
Well, what's the holdup? Are we broken?
Yes.
Better check the pump and see if it's broken, huh? Maybe someone with the remote control or something, huh?
Maybe.
I think we got two wheelbarrows. Oh, ah!
Well, that's hazard pay right there.
Hey, Mikey. Let me get it so it's not just ricocheting right at us there. There you go. Let it off. It's got, oh, I forgot he put tough strand fiber in this too, didn't he? I forgot about that.
Big boy fiber. Huh? Hell yeah, I'll
I
take
forgot about that fiber.
No, it went all the way through.
You know what? I just realized I forgot to change the fiber on that.
What's in it?
It's got tough strand in it. That shouldn't matter as long as somebody. I can work the pump or the screen if you need me to.
Well, let's see what happens. I'm surprised it went through. You know what you're doing? Yeah. I mean, I never had any problem with it. It's come out here, it won't work.
Yeah.
Weird, man.
I'd blame it on Brett. He's kind of a bad luck kind of guy.
I'm a scapegoat.
Yeah.
So whatever goes wrong, just blame it on me.
Yeah. Seen that for a while. Rodney on the ring. Whenever I want something really flat, I always go at a 45-degree angle, both directions. This is a flat slab. And you can tell me anything you want to, but I know that 45 fills in holes. And I've seen it many times. I know it to be true. You don't cry ugly. Laugh so you don't cry ugly. Alright, so according to normal standard, if you got 5 inches of thickness, which we've got all of that and a little bit more, it's times 2 plus 2. So let's take the 5 times 2 equals 10 plus 2 equals 12. In theory, we could go 12 by 12 foot sections on this, but we're going to break it down a little smaller. But let's on Turf Concrete, we like to go no bigger than 5 times 2 plus 1. So we'd be a max of 11. For 12-foot slabs, we need to break it. So we got down the middle, and we're basically all into 6-foot squares. We're close to it. The joints are all in. They're already covered up with the Fresno. I've been talking to the homeowner and paying the pump guy and everything, but everything's in, and we'll get you another time lapse of some B-roll once we start finishing. Are you still in the witness protection program, or is that why you wear that thing?
Oh, yeah.
Who says concrete can't be fun? Well, the joints are in for the second round now. As you can see, the intersections get a little bit filled up, and we try to keep them, you know, as open as we can. And now it'll just be a matter of waiting till we can get on here with knee boards and skates and put that sweat finish on it, basically. Alright, so this concrete's getting really close to being able to sweat now. When you look at it from an angle, you can see that it's dulling off. where it was last hit, it's a little shiny on the edge. When you get out there into the middle, you can see it's got a pretty good haze to it. And when you touch it, very little sticking, very little bit of moisture. That's pretty close to ready for the random sweat finish. Real close. But I can see like that intersection out there, that's still pretty wet. We might have to sweat a little bit in the infield, you know, and just be careful by the joints, but we're gonna have to go on it pretty soon. All right, we got Beretta out here putting a sweat on.
Get my sweat on, huh?
Yep. Kind of hard to see that text on camera, but that's gonna make a non-skid for on the pool.
I ain't got no money the first week of the month. Right up into orbit, a chick's the only bound.
Looking good. Brett's got everything sweated up to here, and then he's got to work the whole shaded area here. So
What possible solution? I haven't got a clue. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's all that matters, all I pray.
there's never nothing to do. That's Mike's old saying. A place for everything, and everything in its place. All right, we are done. Beretta's putting up the fencing. We're just rinsing out the cure spray, and this sucker is done. Looking beautiful, looking nice, looking ready for a swim spa. So be sure to like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and go watch one more of our videos right now. That'd be even better. Oh yeah, and leave a comment too.
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving this like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. Neon lights in the fast lane life, riding high, reaching for the sky. I had it all but lost and fell back down again. Spent my time playing the game where every single day was a losing battle and every drink was a dead end. Eyes on the goal, don't lose control.
Happy Halloween.